Well, everybody, I'm taking off the engine off of the Batmobile right now because I want to see what kind of issues I'm going to have with alignment and how I need to put the jackshaft on. Okay, I've removed the driven off of the machine and I'm in the process of taking the bolts out of the base of the engine, and once I get this all done, I'll transfer it over to the Fullscreen machine. So yeah, see what's going on there. That's giving me some ideas. Oh yeah. Whoa. My exhaust is clear of the bar, and I can go grab bolts quick. Alright, now I built this platform based upon the information that was provided on the side of the box for this engine. So I had to make sure that my bolt pattern on the frame down here would allow me with enough clearance to put the engine on, slide the engine side, front to back, and not have any clearance issues once the bolts are in. So if I move it all the way back, okay. Alright, well, I've got about 1/16 of an inch or so on the side, or underneath on the bolt pattern, but my air cleaner collides with the bar. See how far forward I can go with it. Alright. Well, that looks good. Got a few, about maybe 1.5 to 2 inches clearance here. Okay, now let me go grab the jackshaft and stuff. Okay. Okay, by looking at this, I'm not going to be able to put this jackshaft in the very front. Yeah, too many, that's not going to work. So, it's going to have to go up underneath. Alright guys, you can see the belt's not quite long enough, so I might need to get a new belt. But what I might be able to do is take some angle iron like I've got right here, put that on the bottom of this 1x1, Because if you look, go up underneath here. Oh God, you guys can't see nothing that way. Here, hold on. Okay, if you see how I remember that little frame that I made for the Jackshaft for the Batmobile? Well, if I remove this frame, it'll put these pillow block bearings 1 inch closer to the actual frame of the engine. So I might be able to just get rid of this, slap on my pillow block bearings directly, not drill through this bar, no, but actually put in some angle iron right here, and then I'll be able to bolt the pillow block bearings directly to the angle iron instead of having this box here, instead of having you know, the square tubing here. So let me give you guys a little better perspective if I can. Yeah. Now the thing is that where this Jackshaft is going to be sitting in direct line needs to be the pivot for the rear end. Because if I put the pivot anywhere else, my chain's going to get tight and loose, tight and loose. So I can't go from the chain going right down to the axle. I mean, I might be able to, well, I probably could put a secondary Jackshaft right in here, put the pivots right here, and then have a chain running to that Jackshaft, and then from there over to the sprocket on the axle. I don't know. And you can see that this will not fit up in here. And it wouldn't be very intelligent to put it back here, because then I'd have a huge ass chain going down to the sprocket on the pivot. Yeah, that's just, this here is the best choice, putting it there. But I'm wondering if I just move the bearings up an extra inch, which is the thickness of the square tubing, will that make all the difference? I don't know. It might. Okay, I'm looking at this, and if my axle was sitting down here, and my pivot is going to be right here, I could take, well, there's a number of ways I could do this. I could keep the pivot right here and coming straight down to the axle, or I could have the pivot, or the frame, I should say, the frame coming straight down to the connecting of the axle, or the frame coming straight down and then having the axle put on it. So the frame would be up at an angle like this, or set the frame up so it comes down at an angle and then goes straight and connects to the axle. The chain will be at an angle. Another thing is should I make the Jackshaft the actual pivot point? So I could put steel coming off of here with a bearing going around the Jackshaft, the axle or the frame coming up with another bearing going around the Jackshaft, and the Jackshaft would act as the pivot for the rear end also. Could do that. I'd have to put the bearings really close together so it wouldn't so it would relieve all the stress off of the Jackshaft. So the Jackshaft would always be spinning and the bearings would be, I don't know about that one. I'm going to want to put the sprocket, instead of the sprocket being in the middle going down, I want the sprocket to be over on the other side, running the sprocket on the axle. I want this side to be the sprocket driven side and this side being the brake, because I can align the brake line up easier doing it this way, coming straight back instead of having it twist and go around everything and bleh, you know, all that kind of craziness. So I don't, you know, it'd be easier going straight from the brake pedal straight back.
I want this to be done so I can play with it.
Yeah, guys, so I'm gonna play around with this alignment a little bit more, see what I can do, see what I can't do. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna get on out of here, and I gotta play around with this alignment a little bit more and see what would be more cost effective for me to do, what would be easier to do, that kind of thing. But anyways, I'd like to welcome all my new subscribers and all my new viewers. Hi, guys. And for those of you out there wondering, I will be having the plans available to build this over on my website when I get it done. But I gotta build it, test it out, figure out all the kinks and quirks and all the crazy stuff that I might have to change on it. The machine itself, when I'm done with this, it will be different than what I will be offering the plans for, because I'm putting paneling on this. I'm going to be playing around with this and adding some more pizzazz to it than what will be in the plans. The plans will have the frame, all the parts, stuff like that listed in the plans, and pretty much the plans are as it is now, but I'm going to add my own little pizzazz. So I'm going to have some paneling on there and some lights and some other creative, crazy shit. So, yeah, don't forget to share this on Facebook and Twitter and all the other places crazy people hang out. And I'll talk to you later. See you Thursday. Bye-bye.